Hello and welcome to another update video about HBAR. So on the HBAR chart, the price started to move a little bit, finally in a more friendly environment at the moment. Yeah, some of the coins are starting to move, and I think for HBAR we can now tentatively assume that finally this B wave low is in and that HBAR is moving towards this target range between 5.8 cents and 6.7. This is not only Fibonacci resistance, but also the white target box is there. Again, any targets within a triangle, they are not super reliable, but I think we might finally start to move into this direction. Been talking about that for many weeks, if not already months. And the condition was that we are not getting a sustained break below 4.3 cents. And against that level, we could focus on higher. So let's see if we finally get there. Still very slow price action, which is no surprise because we are likely in a triangle pattern. And if I zoom out a bit, so you see this overall triangle here that I'm tracking: A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, and the E wave would be the last wave of the triangle according to Elliott Wave. So there is a good chance that with the next lower high, we finally complete this triangle. And if we then see a reaction to the downside from that resistance area, to the downside, that might be the last wave, of this bear market. Now, if we break above the pivot, which is this box here, then obviously we might be looking at something more bullish, which would be the white wave count, in which we could already be in a third wave. But if we are, this is not very evident, okay? It would be very sloppy price action. I would prefer another low here. But first of all, we want to see a little bit higher anyway into this region. And if we then break above that pivot at 6.7 cents is the 78.6 retrace. And above that level, we've got the 7.6 cent level. And above that level, the triangle has to be recounted, which makes the entire triangle less reliable. So ultimately, we have to see how the market is going to react to this pivot point here, to this resistance area, this target area. But I can tell you, if we arrive there, then it will be a complete triangle, and the market will decide if that's enough to basically start the move to the downside. If that correction, because in the end, this E wave is a correction, and it is correcting together with the entire triangle, the move to the downside that started before, and that happened before. So a triangle would typically suggest trend continuation to the downside, but if we break above certain levels, which are our pivot points, our key levels to determine if we're on the right side of the trend, if they then break and we don't see the expected or ideal reaction in those areas, then we have to flip basically and have to see, okay, probably something more bullish is going on, which is very important, which is why we track ultimately these pivots, because whatever way they break out, they give us clues about the price action that should follow. So that's going to be the key, okay? At the moment, nothing surprising is happening. It's just slowly moving towards that area that should act a bit like a magnet for the price. And it starts at 5.8 cents, and ends at 6.7. That's my update about HBAR. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.